Chelsea Football Club go to Turf Moor, go to Burnley, 2-0 victory, and we need to talk about it. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly from the game, but in reality, Chelsea goes second. We get a goal from Enzo Fernandez, Andre Santos puts in a man-of-the-match performance, and Chelsea Football Club, with a Pedro Neto dive-in header, are victorious. A lot of people are going to moan. It was boring, it was colourless, it was absolutely lethargic. But when Arsenal went there and won 2-0, nobody said a word. It was literally a carbon copy. The title race is on. Chelsea Football Club have won another game and put the pressure on Arsenal Football Club tomorrow to go and play against Tottenham and win their match. Next week, we play them at the Bridge. Next week, we can make a statement. But before we get there, I need to break down the good, the bad, and the downright ugly from Chelsea's 2-0 victory against Burnley. Let's break it down. Let's get into the details. There is negatives, but the positives heavily outweigh it in my opinion. What I need from all of you is, number one, hit that like button. 1,000 likes really help the channel out. And secondly, subscribe. We're creeping up to 50,000. I really want to hear by the end of the year. Help me out. I want to start with the positives, right? Initially, I've got this. It's a stress ball. During the game, I was squeezing it the whole time, but certain players stepped up today. Look, we need to understand this wasn't a great performance, but the victory is all that matters, purely based on the fact that there is nothing to gain from games like this. You turn up, you play your games, you win or you lose, and then the praise is either like this or the negativity is either like this. When you win, no one's going to praise you. You beat Burnley. Give up. That's what they're going to say. It's Burnley. Get over it. You spent £1 billion. I promise you that's going to be the narrative. But we got our job done. And when you have an off game, what you need is individuals to step up. Today, Cucurella was one of them. The first goal came from Cucurella, right? Deep runs, deep marauding runs in, stretching their defence. Burnley played a little bit of a higher line. And what it does is, it forces their defence back. He gives it to Gittins. And the only bit of quality that we had in the first half, Gittins gets the ball. And the ball was delicious. The ball was so stupendous, right? I could have finished it. The ball goes in, Pedro Neto, diving header, just guides it because all the pace is on that ball. And it's something that was happening over and over again throughout the match. Cucurella, deep runs, stretching the defense, creating a little bit of a gap, and then our attackers tried to take advantage. They didn't take advantage as much as I would have wanted, but they did on that one occasion because we didn't start the game well. The first half an hour, Burnley were the better team, I would say. The last 15 minutes of that first half, they got tired from their press. They couldn't press as intensely. Our defenders were having a little bit more time getting the ball. Cucurella worked it out. He was running deeper. And then Chelsea were getting the ball to the final third with our attackers. And we were absolutely creating chances in that 15-minute spell. We almost became a proper team, a proper institution. Then what we need to talk about is the second goal, right? We're under the cosh. We had a 10-minute spell that was good. Substitutions happened. Mark Guillot's on. We get the ball. Gusto and Sanchez almost give me a heart attack. I genuinely squeeze in this. I'm telling you now, my forearms are going to get massive because his stress is absolutely just giving me a forearm workout. However, we get the ball down the right-hand side to Pedro Neto, who also had a very good game. He gets the ball, 2-on-1, attracts the defenders, puts it into the channel. Mark Guillot lines up Tuanzebe, gets past him like he's not even there. And all you can see is another striker puts his foot through it. He gets his head up, he picks out Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez slots it. Good assist for Mark Guillot, good for his reputation. Chelsea 2-0, win the game, easy as pie. Chelsea go second in the league. That is the key moments of the game. That's the good. However, there were individual performances that I thought really stepped up. Number one, I thought Trevor Chalobah and then Santos in the first half, that first 30-minute spell when we were under the cosh, really did some brilliant blocks. There was one where Cucurella pushes up, so there's space in the left, and what Burnley was doing, they were doing darting runs into the channels. So what happens is our centre-backs are forced to defend one-on-one, and they need to be quick, tenacious, and in the challenge. Chalobah got his man one-on-one, blocked it. Didn't even require Sanchez to make a save. The other time, Chalobah one-on-one, bullied his striker out, deals with it. Santos as well. Toussaint tried to get involved in a few tussles, in my opinion, lost those tussles, and then it put us under the cosh. The ball went in behind. Santos just kayaked his defender to the side. The defender telegraphed what he was going to do. Santos defended it. Then there were certain occasions when the ball's coming in. Santos, right place, right time, gets rid of it. Speaking of Andre Santos, man of the match. On the ball, he was okay. He didn't do line breaking passes. He was secure, tidy. gave the ball to the players that should make the difference, and kept us stepping with his life. Defensively though, bloody hell was he special. Andre Santos today showed us why we are privileged to have him in the team when Caicedo is rested. Because at the end of the day, when Caicedo is rested, you want Andre Santos to come in, impose himself, do a brilliant challenge off the ball, and on the ball be secure. And he did exactly that. We are so lucky to have Andre Santos, you don't understand. We have starters in Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, and then the bench of Esugu, Lavia, and Santos. And Santos is the only one fit, but when he plays, he is really making that spot his own. We are privileged. I cannot underestimate. His on the ball today was average. His off the ball today was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Roughing tackles, tenacious, aggressive, reading the play, positioning. Everything you would want from a defensive midfielder, he done it today. And you know what the beauty of him is? He can play the 6 and he can play the 8. We are just privileged to have him. Man of the match, without a shadow of a doubt, without anybody telling me anything else. Brilliant. The other thing I want to talk about is that Chelsea Football Club today, key players out, and we stepped up and got the performance. And a lot of you are going to say, what are you talking about? First of all, Palmer's not playing, Colwell's not playing, Fofana's not playing, Caicedo's not playing. 4 of our 5 best players, some would say, right? Reece James came off at half-time, rested. He is ready for Barcelona and Real Madrid midweek. That's a fact. We are in a position where we've rotated heavily, we've rested Estevao, and we are ready now for a massive week. Chelsea Football Club have got a huge week coming up that will define the way the season's going to look. If we lose those games, it's going to be like, yep, it was a top 4 race, no problem. We'll go into the playoffs of the Champions League. We win the next 2 games, the pressure for us to be in the title race is going to become huge. People are going to start talking about us like genuine title contenders. I really hope the players don't cave. I hope the players step up. And it's about time now we show teams that we are Chelsea. We're not scared of the grind. We're not going to run away. We are here to step up. Chelsea, you have a huge 7 days ahead of you. Barcelona, Arsenal, get the double win and start the conversations for title race. Let's get the bad. Look, today's game was not perfect. Anybody that tells you it was perfect is lying. Anybody that tells you it was perfect is exaggerating. And anyone that tells you it was perfect is flat out doesn't understand what they watch. It was a tussle. It was a scrap. And what happened was certain players that were defensively brought in didn't step up to the challenge. In my opinion, Toussaint didn't have a good game. There were multiple occasions, right? I expect my centre-half to impose himself on the other team striker, especially when the unique selling point of Toussaint is to step up, impose yourself, bully the striker, and release the ball. He couldn't do that. Many occasions gets sucked in and all of a sudden leaves a gap. The player flicks it, Toussaint's out of position, someone's getting in behind. It is unacceptable. He needs to do better. And for me, he didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have a good one either. Chalobah. There was one occasion in this game, right, in the second half, and I'm only pinpointing this because I remember it clearly. We're winning 1-0, we're under control, and what happens is Chalobah gives a lazy pass to Santos. Santos has to quickly dive in and flick it. Midfielder comes in, clatters Santos. Santos is screaming on the floor because his ankle's hurt. Gets back up straight away, by the way. Football in 2025. Uncalled for. Unforced error. Lazy pass leads to the crowd getting geared up, the crowd ready to all of a sudden feed the energy, feed the connective, raw to pass into those players to absolutely step up. And for me, it's unacceptable. You need to be better. If you want to be in the title race, that's the little elements we need to be better in. We also need to talk about the other aspect, right? The lack of chances. We're winning 1-0, and it was almost as if Maresca thought, we're going to just see this game out. We're going to be proper Chelsea, old school traditional Chelsea. We're going to see this game out. There's going to be no debate. We are going to be victorious, and it is what it is. Trust me, you get what you give. We are going to get one shot, one opportunity to get everything we ever wanted. We score with Pedro Neto. Next thing you know, we're going to be shining. The problem is, you can't defend that well. You're in a situation where you're actively setting up and inviting Burnley to give you pressure. Burnley are building up a head of steam, and you're posing no threat. Why don't we attack? Why don't we? Because what was shown is, when we attacked, they panicked. They didn't touch the ball, and we should have attacked, in my opinion. It really bothered me, because on another day, we lose that game or draw that game. And that's the annoying part, We won it, so we're all happy with positive review. However, the negatives still stand. And the final thing is regarding Liam Delap. Liam Delap is getting a lot of criticism right now for his hold-up play and his link-up play. I think people are forgetting Liam Delap has been out for a significant period of time, and now he's adjusting from Ipswich and high lines, played against them, to Chelsea and low blocks. And all of a sudden, his touch has to be exactly perfect, his way of pass has to be brilliant, and if it isn't, it's getting analysed, and if it's not being analysed, it's being critiqued heavily. And then what ends up happening is confidence comes down, and Liam Delap looks like a shell of the player that he is. However, Liam Delap is a very good footballer. We need to give him time, we need to give him space to grow, and the reality is the more Chelsea win, nobody will care. The minute we start losing, the pressure will dial up. What was very good to see was Mark Yu came off the bench and stepped up. However, Delap needs to do better. If Delap does better, we will give him more time and more praise. Today was not good enough. You are at Chelsea, we understand that you're learning, but we demand better. I think it's a very fair, measured, level-headed piece of analysis on Delap. There were a few occasions where he linked up really well with Joao Pedro, but this is Chelsea. A couple of good link-up plays and a highlight compilation is not enough. I need your shots to be crisper, I need you to lead your line, and I need you to be stronger in challenges. Otherwise, he's had an alright game, but alright's not good enough for Chelsea. But what we need to do right now is tell you that there's nothing ugly about today's performance. I'm going to go and edit, I'm going to sit back, relax, watch Liverpool, watch Manchester City, understand that we're second in the league, and then we'll reassess where we are at the end of the weekend. So what I need from all of you now is hit that like button, subscribe, if you can, hype the video, and more importantly, tell a friend to tell a friend. So, peace out, I'm out. Oh, in the pinned comment as well, I'm going to leave my handle for my TikTok. Go follow me there. Clips up there on a regular basis if you lot enjoy watching me talk about everything else apart from Chelsea. Peace out, I'm out. See you tomorrow.